It's Long Beach. Hey, it's time to talk to T-Rex. Who that is? Councilman from the 9th. Okay. He ready to reconcile? Oh, yeah? Yeah.
I'm a biracial, bisexual woman. Police has Mayor Garcia and the chief of police is up there sitting comfortably in the fucking offices while Mayor Garcia is where? At Hotel Maya sipping pina colada while we're all out here protesting for change? I'm tired, y'all.
A little nervous, y'all. Give her a hand. Come on.
Black Lives Matter!
After we marched on this city, the police department had the nerve to put on the calendar asking the city council to give them approval to erase 5 years of internal affair documents.
Please, let's invest in our education for our community. And the arts for our community.
If you or I, or one of your friends, or your brother, or your sister, your mother, or your father so happen to be brutalized by the police department, you would need those files to protect your civil rights.
I am here because Robert Garcia is a liar.
I know you probably already heard, and it's true. We did announce yesterday that we are formally beginning the process of recalling the mayor of Long Beach, Mayor Robert Garcia. As I told the protesters that night, this didn't come as an easy decision. But when we looked at it, the bottom line is that there's just been too much corruption, and there really is no end in sight. So it's time. As you can imagine, there's a lot of stuff that we're going to have to talk about over the next 6 to 8 weeks. But what I want to start with is phase 1. Phase 1 is our initial stage. It's in phase 1 that we have to basically do about 3 or 4 things. Number 1, we need 10 initial signatures. We've got those. That was pretty easy. We have far exceeded the 10 signatures that we need. Next, we need a 200-word paragraph. I know for a lot of you, that sounds like homework and school is out, it's summertime, but we need those 200 words. It's critically important that the city of Long Beach and all of our elected officials understand that this is a collective, engaged city that wants change. So even if your 200-word paragraph doesn't end up being published in the formal filing, don't worry. We're going to publish it all across our social media, on every platform we have, because this is about all of us and not about one voice. We've had enough of that with Mayor Garcia. So, 100 signatures? Check. 200-word paragraph? Send it to me. So here's how it works. Now that we've got the 10 signatures, once we get the 200-word paragraph, we then post that in a newspaper, and we send the filing to the Secretary of State. The Secretary of State then gives our mayor about 7 days to respond. It's after that period that we get the ball rolling and we go after the over 25,000 signatures that we're going to need to recall this guy. You say, why? Why do we need over 25,000? Well, it's actually pretty simple math. There are about 250,000 registered voters in the city of Long Beach, right? In order to recall a mayor, according to our city charter, we're going to need 10% of over 250,000. So that's how we get to the 25,000 mark, okay? But this is the thing. That's our goal, but we must exceed that goal. I don't want to overwhelm you, but I have to tell you the truth. We're going to need a cushion. We're going to need to exceed the expectation. Why? Look, there are a lot of powerful people in our state and in our city who want us to preserve the status quo and not get rid of our mayor. They are going to heavily scrutinize every signature to try and keep us from reaching the goal that we know we can reach. So, we have to get more than enough signatures. The other thing we have to do is we have to make sure to register most of the voters that give us their signature. just to be safe. If we document that and we do this right, we will be above reproach and will meet and exceed the goal. Come on, guys. You know we can do this. So that's phase one. We can do it. We're going to do it. We're going to get this done. And then we'll move to phase two, which is the fun part. Okay, so that's phase one. Now, a lot of you have been asking me, I'm on board. I'm with you. Let's do this. How can I support? Long Beach is diverse. We've got a lot of people in different positions who want to do various things, right? We've actually come up with a strategy that everybody can support, but it starts with us organizing our resources. So let me tell you how you can support. So the first thing, and what's most critical, is that we have a central place, a hub for communication. So everyone can keep up with what's going on. Everybody has the best information to keep us unified. LB.strong, okay? LB.strong. Follow LB.strong on IG, Facebook, YouTube. We're all over social media. That way, we all can get on the same page. If we're going to beat the mayor, if we're going to recall Mayor Garcia and send a message to City Council, to City Hall, everybody, the first line of defense is communication. Secondly, we need volunteers. But we're doing more than just gathering people. We're organizing. I need you to fill out the volunteer form. This form is critical because it stratifies everyone and it puts us into our best fits. The volunteer form allows us to be able to know what your skill sets are, what your talents are, and what you can bring to the table so we can better organize everyone and be that well-oiled machine. One of the ways that Mayor Garcia has controlled this city is that he has a machine. Well, we are Long Beach locals. There's no greater talent than us. All we have to do is start figuring out and learning more about one another and what we can do, and we're going to find incredible success. Number 3, I need you to sign the pre-signature form. We've got to get over 25,000 signatures, but the first step to doing that is getting people to fill out this form. Look, I don't have to tell you, we're living in a pandemic. That means we can't expect people to show up at Target or Walmart and expose themselves to COVID-19. So we've got to get creative. So we need you to fill out the form so we can figure out, hey, do you need a volunteer to drop by your house, kind of like Uber Eats, and get you the form to sign? Or are you someone who can actually volunteer and help us get those forms to people who can't get there? We're getting direct messages, calls, text messages all the time of people who want to be at a protest, but they can't because they live with someone who's vulnerable, or they themselves are vulnerable, but they want to recall the mayor. So I need you to fill out the signature form so we can know exactly who everyone is that's involved, that wants to sign, so we can organize our volunteers, this grassroots movement, and literally bring volunteers to people's front door with power. That's how we can beat this. That's how we can beat and overcome corruption that has eroded our city politics. This is a grassroots movement. So when I ask you for your support, listen, if you got $1, if you got $5, maybe 10, you do what you can do, but hit up our GoFundMe and help us. You might think, well, what do we need the money for? Well, I'm going to tell you. Can you imagine the amount of printing we're going to have to do to get all the signatures we need? 30,000. Can you imagine that? So there's printing. There's printing of all the forms and information that we've got to get out. The city has millions of dollars in a budget that it pays for its propaganda. We don't need millions. We just need a little bit of your help on GoFundMe so we can get the right materials into people's hands. And don't forget, we've got people that are going to go door to door. But again, we're in a pandemic. So we have to make sure that people we send out, the people that we love, Long Beach locals, they're protected. We need to have masks on hand, right? We need to have hand sanitizer, right? Gloves if need be. We need to be able to give our people supplies to let them know that we're in this with them. You've got to remember this too. A lot of what we have to do is build people's morale. So we're going to need some help creating events for our volunteers and our supporters to attend. We want them to be able to bring their families, to bring their kids, so everybody can feel what healing actually looks like, what reconciliation actually looks like. So we need your help not only planning these events, but supporting these events. Everyone must know that we're in this with them. So when we've got people driving their cars to get those 30,000 signatures, maybe we can help them out with some gas, right? Maybe a little bit of food money, because we know everybody has it hard. But we're also all in this together to try and change our local politics so that it makes sense instead of making bad choices that sometimes even end in death. So if you can, no matter how little, our movement is so big. So give us what you have. And that's when the city will know, our elected officials will know, we mean business. Whew, that's a lot. I am done preaching to the choir. Listen, you guys know exactly what to do, and you've got this. All I want to say is, don't forget your homework. I need those 200 words. Why does Mayor Garcia deserve to be recalled as mayor of the great city of Long Beach? Hey, look, if you can do that in under 201 words, then we've got this recall in the bag. I'll see you guys at our next event. Be sure to follow LB Strong. Let's stay connected. Let's do this.
That's right, but it's clear as day. Clear as day, baby. You can watch the tape. Yeah, he could have met that day. Police report the incident. Said it was an accident. Yeah. Thank God for the iPhone. Since we ain't got rifles, can't breathe with your knees on my neck. And if I scream, I'm resisting arrest. That's right. Officer, yes sir, I'm black. So absurd, had to print it on my t-shirt. Yes, just to say that my life was worth it. On the curb cuffed, maybe I deserved it. It was a long trip on a slave ship. But if I say that, now I'm playing victim. Just cause I wasn't born with privilege. Yeah. Now I'm in the casket, preaching in the pulpit. Mama's on the first row, the eulogy was beautiful. That's the gospel of the Negro. Police report the incident. That's right. Said it was an accident. What? Thank God for the iPhone. Since we ain't got rifles. Oh, come on. They send them home with pain. But it's clear as day. It's clear as day. You can watch the tape. You can watch it. He could have met that day. Yeah. They send them home with pain. Paid leave. But it's clear as day. Straight murder. You can watch the tape. Yeah. He could have met that day. That's true. I know King had a dream. I'm like Ali in the ring. But if I say I'm the greatest, you gon' look at me and call me a racist. Yeah, damn I miss Malcolm. He was so eloquent when he spoke of violence.